Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over a 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. This is the new body style Denali. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork for giving me some time with this truck. Check out the inventory in the description down below. And after watching this video, if you're ready to order your new GMC Sierra, reach out to them. And before we get in the video, also on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into the review. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 3-liter inline-6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It's known as the baby Duramax. Power outputs with this are 277 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. There are other engine options available as well, like the 6.2 V8, but you know, can't go wrong with the diesel. Now let's go over the front end of the Denali. So first off, sorry about the wind noise, it's crazy today, but notice the center of the hood is flat and then it kind of like waves up and down here off to the side. We've got all the chrome here on the front end with the GMC logo, camera there at the bottom of the logo, and then we have the new C-shaped lights. Look at the chrome accent here off to the side, and then you can see just how bright the headlights are themselves. They're little projector bulbs actually, and then you can see the accenting here off to the side. Parking sensors on the front end. We've got the fog lights at the bottom with our chrome tow hooks and more chrome accenting. And yeah, it looks similar to the previous version of the Sierra, but it looks a little bit more modern, a little bit better. Now, coming on the side here, we've got two 75mm tires wrapped on 22-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And you can see the design here on the wheels. So you've got the bright chrome here on the top portion, and then you've got kind of like a darker silver there. It's kind of like less of a high gloss finish on it. And altogether, I think it looks great. And then here's a quick look at the front suspension. Notice here with the fender flares, we've got our Duramax Turbo Diesel badge here on the side, Denali badge just down below. And then notice the chrome there on the mirrors, also with the door handles and with the window trim. Taking a few steps back, this one does have a longer bed, as you can see. So this isn't the shortest bed you can get with the new Denali. And I guess we'll show the gas cap here. So you can see where you fill up with the diesel and DEF. We've got the leaf springs here in the rear as well, and then you guys can see the tread pattern there on the tires, and there you go. Now here is our key fob. We have the unlock, lock, remote start, and then the drop down for the tailgate. We have a payload capacity of 1,309 pounds and then a towing capacity of about 8,800 pounds with this particular interior setup and then powertrain setup and all that. Now you can see we've got the handle here that helps getting in and out, LED light there on either side, and down below you can see the full outlet, and notice how everything is covered. So we already got spray and liner from the factory. It says Denali there, and then you can see the cargo light at the top. And this one has the multi-pro tailgate. So you've got that whole system, and there you go. Finishing things up here with the rear, you can see here with the C-shaped taillights in the back, we got our GMC logo, Denali badge down below, Sierra badge below that, parking sensors here on the body painted bumper, and then we still have the squished exhaust tip coverings. We've got the bumper steps as well with the receiver hitch at the bottom. And the rear end of this truck looks, you know, pretty much the same as before. It's mostly the front end that's changed stylistically. So here's the door panel on the new Denali. You guys can see here with the leather trim at the top, notice the wood trim there. And I like how they didn't go for a high gloss finish on it. And then you can see the silver trim down below. And then we've got the leather trim here. And then notice the stitching. And then down below it's got that double stack design. And then here's one of the door handles, right? And then one of the speakers for the sound system. And here's our front seat, again with the leather. And then notice with the seat storage. And you can see the perforated leather here on the front portion. And you guys can see, you know, pretty normal setup here. Got our floor mats, under seat storage as well, and we'll pop in with the side steps to help out. There's also a grab handle. Legroom, still fantastic. Headroom, and then you can see the seat storage. Got a couple cup holders here. Notice heated seats. We've got the vents as well, and then we've got our cup holder armrest situation. And let's head to the front. Here's the front door panel. You guys can see again with the leather trim and then the wood trim here at the top, and then the silver trim down below. Notice we have the Denali logo right there. And then again here with the stitching design, it's kind of like signature of GMC vehicles, and then more trim down below that. Window controls front to automatic. Notice the mirrors do power fold in. They also have blind spot monitoring. And then you can see the speaker for the Bose sound system. And then here's the front seat. So you can see again with the leather trim, notice the Denali logo there, and then perforated here in the center portion. Power adjustments there on the side of the seat. Definitely love, look at that. And then here's the pedal layout down below. Got our GMC logo right there. That's to release the hood. And then you can see here with the drive mode select and the towing select as well. We've got our 4-wheel auto, 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, parking brake right next to it, and then our light controls right here. This is for the heads-up display. Steering wheel is power adjustable, and let's pop in. Now I missed half of that initial animation, but at least showed you guys part of it. Anyways, here is the steering wheel. You can see leather trim all around, and then here's the stitching on the center portion. We've got our controls for the center stack, voice command controls, cruise control here on the other side with the heated steering wheel button, and then you can see here with the paddle shifters there on the back for that 10-speed automatic if you want to manually shift yourself. There are radio controls there below the paddles, and then you can see the turn signal, windshield wiper stalk, and, well, there's the steering wheel. Now here's the center gauge cluster. You guys can see the speed over on the left side. On the right side, you can see the RPMs. And notice here in the center, you can scroll through a couple different bits of information on the truck. That hasn't changed since the pre-redesigned version here of the Sierra. From the information, it's just the fact this is a full digital gauge cluster. That is the big news, and you know, it looks fantastic. Now, again, we've got that tow haul mode, and notice it's got cool towing animation. Look at that. Pretty neat. And then, also, notice this is diesel, so it has diesel exhaust brake. We have some different drive modes. We've got our off-road mode, we've got our normal mode, and then we have our sport that you can go between, and kind of shows a little animation for all of those depending on the mode that you go into, and, well, there you go. Just a heads up, sorry about the glare here with the infotainment system. It's a black screen, so, you know, kind of gotta expect that. Anyways, you can see here with the infotainment system itself, when we pop into reverse, we do have a backup camera. Now this has the trajectory lines turned off. You can turn them on if you'd like. Got the trailer line too. So whatever your preference is. Now it's got the 360 view, and resolution's fantastic on the camera, and there are viewpoints out of every single angle on the truck. You guys can see even the wheels. That's so cool. And then notice you've even got this for the receiver hitch. And so from a camera perspective, you're literally completely covered. Even the bed, notice you got the center line right there, and you can even do the zoom function with that. So yeah, resolution's great, and it's got so many different viewpoints that it all works. Now as to the rest of the infotainment system, you can see response time's great. Now if you guys have seen my reviews on the new Silverado, then you guys are gonna be familiar with this infotainment system. It's a carryover here to the GMCs, and so basically response time's great. You do have the side screen, which you can scroll through a couple different things as well. Sorry about my hand being so white that's causing the camera filter to freak out. But basically, easy to use, response time's great. You've got shortcut buttons here on the side, and then you just slide there on the other side, and then you have like two home buttons right next to each other, which is kind of humorous, and then the radio control. The only difference between this and the Chevy is that the Chevy buttons right here are down below, whereas in the GMC here, they're up a little bit higher. But there's the infotainment system. I love the look of the engine stop-start button. Now here's the climate controls. We do have dual zone climate, heated and cooled seats here for the front passengers. And then notice we got our lane departure, parking sensors, auto stop-start, tailgate drop-down, hazard lights, stability control, hill descent control, and then this is to roll down all the windows at once. We've got some storage space right here. Love the new shifter. Definitely has a nice feel to it. You know, the column shifter wasn't bad by any means, but this definitely just feels a lot more premium. We've got the trailer brake controls, and then notice we've got a couple of cup holders right here with the center console. Notice all the leather, and then you can see the storage space here in the center console. Can fit your owner's manual, and then you got that you can move. Wireless phone charger as well, and there's that portion. Popping over here, we've got the glove box situation. Notice that one pops up, and then you can see here with the lower glove box, and then notice the trim here, and the wood trim looks fantastic from an aesthetic perspective. And then you can see the padding here on the dash with the stitching that goes across as well. And popping here up to the top, we do have the camera mirror setup, and then popping up to the very top, here's the sunroof, and then this does have a power sliding window as well. And then you've got the controls here for the sunroof, universal garage door openers, and, you know, lighter colored headliner. Man, I almost forgot. Here is the heads-up display, as you can see right there. Pretty simple, and that's all. So as you guys can see, we don't exactly have a normal window sticker here, but again, 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Now this one is the preferred package, and David here at National GMC looked up the build sheet for me. Sticker price on this is about $72,000, and the preferred package is basically like the base model version of the Denali, if you guys are wondering. There's two packages above it. The highest is the Ultimate, and so this is essentially like a loaded up GMC, but it's also a base model Denali, so it's kind of confusing. But at the same time, it makes sense they're doing multiple packages on the Denali because it's got strong brand recognition. But yeah, $72,000. If this had the 6.2 V8, it'd be slightly more expensive, but pretty close in price for this particular spec. That's going to sum things up for our video on this 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to National GMC for giving me some time with this truck. If you're ready to order your new Sierra, check out the inventory in the description down below. Reach out to them, and I will see all of you guys in that next video.